Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm going to put this up as a video response to a Prince Namore's 777 video speaking about black people coming together. That would be nice, wouldn't it? In my mind, I have it that I want the whole world to come together and or my black people to come together. I think either one being successful ultimately will help the other ones. Our black people coming together may be a more pressing issue because of our plight, not only here in the U.S. or the wilderness of North America, but also just around the world, whether it be at home in Africa or wherever we are, we're struggling. So, like I said, that might be more pressing, more important, and maybe you would think would be more realistic. But one would have to wonder if it's not, if it's more highly likely that the world will come together before black people will come together, because we've just been going on for so long of not being able to, showing the inability to, with all the so-called great leaders that we've had in the past who have called for our unification, and it just hasn't happened for whatever reason. But really what I want to say is that I think something is interesting that comes to light when we look at why it is that we can't come together or why the world can't come together. And I think that it's I don't know if it's coincidental or what, but I think it might break down basically in the same type of number percentages as your doctrine of the 85, the 10, and the 5. I think what's going on is that we have a status quo. The status quo of how the world operates. And what is, you have that 85% who just are apathetic. They're apathetic to what's going on, even to their own struggles. They don't care for whatever reason. Then you have the 10% who want to keep the status quo going, and they fully embrace it. They even do all they can to keep it going because they see it as a good thing. And then you have that 5% who see that it needs a change, that the status quo is unrighteous and unjust. But the thing is, within that 5%, it can be broken down further, because within that 5, you have all the different ideologies of exactly what would be entailed in a change, how we should go about changing, what type of government we should have, what should be ruling, and all that within, like I said, that's within us coming together as blacks, because then we have the fractions of, you can have the Kemites, the Hebrew Israelites, and all that. So it's like, what are we going to use to rule our nation? If we were to have our own sovereign nation, what we use democracy, because I don't believe in democracy. So once again, within that small group that wants to change, well, they're fractured off about how they will go about changing. And so there's fraction and friction because they're arguing, debating on what they should do, what should be done, and then plus arguing about history and whose knowledge of history is right and correct and all that stuff. So like I said, so that's on that scale. So you can say that within the black community, you can call that the micro scale, and then on a macro, the world scale, it's the same thing. That 5% that wants to change, but fractions and frictions. Truth bless everyone. Peace and love.